Maybe he'll be my friend today. Joining us now, film critic Dale Pollak. Good morning, Dale. They're leaving me out today. Can you believe it?
Oh, I don't believe it, Jackie. You deserve more.
Thank you.
Good morning, also.
I agree. So I'm going to ask the first question then, which is tell us about the Persian version. That's a fun name to say.
It's in theaters right now, and this film carries a pedigree. It won the Audience Award at the Sundance Film Festival, which is always an indication of what a popular film can do, and this doesn't disappoint. People are calling this the Iranian version of My Big Fat Greek Wedding, but actually it's a better film than that, actually. And the reason is the device it employs. It has the same family story told from different perspectives: the daughter, the mother, the father, the brother. And that makes the film really interesting. You don't know what's coming next. It's very well written. It's very well directed by Maryam Keshavarz, who is an Iranian-American director. And for first-generation Americans, this film would be very meaningful. Really celebrates America, and it celebrates the ties of family that bind people together. It was just a great watch. I really enjoyed it, and that's why I'm giving it 4 popcorns.
Wow, 4 popcorns. That looks really interesting too. And of course, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, and it being better than that is quite an endorsement.
For that being a classic, yeah.
It's funnier. I mean, I laughed a lot at this movie. It's not an out-and-out comedy, but it has very amusing sequences.
That's nice when a movie in the theaters is funny and everyone, you know, has the unanimous laughter in the theater. I like that. Tell us about something on Netflix we can watch from home called All the Light We Cannot See.
Well, I've got to admit, this is one of my favorite novels of all time. It won the Pulitzer Prize in 2014, and I've been waiting for this film adaptation. It turns out to be a streaming series. And the big disappointment is it's only 4 episodes. And the book was like 600 or 700 pages. So they're squeezing a very involving and entrancing story into too few hours. And the result is it feels like a botched adaptation. The actors are good, the direction is okay, but it doesn't, in a way, nearly involve you as much as the novel did, and that's a problem sometimes in film adaptations. But there was so much rich material here in the story of a blind girl, the German radio operator who is tracking where she's broadcasting from, and an evil German officer from the SS who is after a diamond that he believes the girl possesses. So there's a lot of plot. Some of it is melodrama, but it's really a character-driven story. And it's just too few hours. Rarely do I complain that something is too short. I usually complain it's too long. But in this case, 4 more episodes would have really rounded out the story, made it deeper and more involving, and paid greater tribute to the book that was a bestseller.
I appreciate this review because I have also read this book, Dale. I haven't gotten a chance to watch this show yet. I didn't realize it was only 4 episodes. So I'm intrigued to know what your popcorn rating is for this, since you like the story but have those mixed reviews on the adaptation.
I'm giving it 3 popcorns.
Okay.
I'm giving it 3 popcorns. The acting is uniformly good, but the screenplay doesn't come close to the book. It wasn't written by the author. And the director also isn't used to this kind of material, Sean Levy. He does broad comedies. So just a bunch of these elements squished together don't work as well as I hope. All the Light We Cannot See would be one of the best series of the year. It doesn't make that grade.
And I think too, of course, there's always the debate about book versus movie, book versus TV show. And I think that more often than not, that is the problem, is that you lose so much content when they make things too short. I mean, we've been seeing that since we were kids, Harry Potter, the books, you know, and then the show, movies were so much, you lose so much of that story. So I think that's like a universal problem sometimes.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap it up with our third one here, Invasion Season 2 on Apple TV.
I really liked Invasion Season 1 and was looking forward to where they were going to go with the story, but I didn't see what was coming, which is total chaos. I mean, I couldn't follow the storyline. It bounces between 3 or 4 different characters. You're unclear about what the aliens are doing or what they're not doing. Sometimes they're a force field. Sometimes they appear in other ways. The second season of this just dissolves into a confused mess. You can't follow the story. You lose the characters who you really identified with in the first season. They're barely there in the second season. There's a whole mind transference going on with the Japanese scientist that, honest to God, I had no understanding of what she was doing or what she was trying to do. So, you need some capable storytelling in these series to at least follow what the idea of the plot is. And this is an alien invasion of Earth, and how are we going to repel it? And it got boring in season 2. Boring, and the series just felt like it was disconnected from any reality and was really a disappointment after season 1. Where the aliens were really sort of intimidating with their little killer robots. That all dissolves in season 2, and you're just left with a lot of talk, a bunch of special effects, and a story that doesn't move you in any way. At least it didn't move me.
I'm amazed that after all of those different plot points, it was boring to you,
Right.
Dale. How many popcorns did you give this?
2 popcorns. I wavered over the 1 button, but I decided to be charitable.
I'm
give it
waiting for
2.
the day that there is something bad enough that it gets 1.
It will be coming, you can rest assured.
Well, that's why Dale is so helpful, because
Right.
who wants
He's
to
honest.
waste their time
Yes.
too watching something that just doesn't meet your expectations?
Right.
Yeah.
Nope.
Dale, have a wonderful weekend. Great to see you as always. Thank you. And here are those titles one more time. The Persian Version in theaters, All the Light We Cannot See on Netflix, and Invasion Season 2 on Apple TV+. You can find Dale's past reviews in 2 ways, either by checking out our Movies in Review playlist on the WXII 12 News YouTube page or on Dale's website, dalempolick.com.